Welcome to this explainer. Look, tonight we aren't diving into data or trends. We're stepping straight into the dark. We're breaking down a terrifying account of psychological horror simply titled The Last Caller. Picture absolute suffocating isolation. That's exactly where we find Maya Carter. She's wide awake in her dead silent Chicago apartment. There is zero traffic outside, no neighbors arguing through the thin walls. You don't even hear that comforting, familiar hum of an old refrigerator. It's just pure, heavy silence. That is, until the sudden, glaring light of an unknown caller completely disrupts the dark. Her sleepless night has literally been a slow crawl. Let's look at the timeline. Midnight hits, nothing but silence. 1 a.m. rolls around, and she's just staring up at the ceiling, experiencing that restless, empty feeling we've all had at some point, right? And then, at exactly 2:17 a.m., the screen lights up. Now, we all know nobody calls at 2:17 in the morning with good news. Maya hesitates, her thumb just hovering over the screen, before she finally decides to answer. So she picks up, and she's immediately met with this thick, digital static. It's this awful glitching sound that genuinely hurts the ears. And then, a strained voice fights through the connection. "Don't hang up, I don't have much time." Maya's stomach instantly tightens. She asks who it is, figuring it's gotta be a sick joke. But the voice cracks with this genuine, unmistakable terror. The caller drops to a raw, breathy whisper and says, "He's already inside. He left the window open, in the kitchen." A sudden, violent rush of paranoia just slams into her. Her heart actually skips a beat and a chill runs completely through her body. Because the thing is, she had opened that kitchen window earlier to let in some fresh air, but she explicitly, clearly remembers closing it. Every single survival instinct Maya has is screaming at her right now not to move a muscle. But fear, and maybe a bit of morbid curiosity, push her to her feet. She steps out into the dark, cold hallway, keeping the phone pressed tightly to her ear. She reaches the kitchen and flicks on the light. The window is wide open. But what really spikes her panic is the curtain. It's swaying, gently. Exactly as if something or someone had just brushed past it seconds ago. Maya whispers that this isn't funny, but the voice on the phone shakes, warning her that whatever is inside her apartment really doesn't like noise. And then, a faint creak echoes from the lights flash. Once, twice. Her heart is absolutely hammering against her ribs now, pacing perfectly with the rapid strobe of the dying bulbs. And then the bulbs blow out completely. Darkness swallows everything. Maya gasps, backing up blindly until she hits the hard edge of the kitchen counter. The phone is violently trembling in her hand. She whispers into the receiver that she can't see the intruder anymore, and the caller replies with the absolute worst possible phrase, "That's worse." Trapped in total darkness, Maya's brain hyper-focuses on the only sense she really has left, which is sound. The thick digital static of the phone fades out, completely replaced by something right behind her. Breathing. Heavy, hot, wet breathing. It is so incredibly close she can practically feel it on the back of her neck. Maya's body locks up in absolute terror. She whispers into the phone, barely making a sound. Is it right here? She desperately waits for any kind of guidance. Hello? But there is nothing. The call has abruptly disconnected. She is completely alone, trapped in the pitch black, with the intruder breathing right behind her. For an agonizing moment, there is nothing but the dead silence of the apartment and the sound of that heavy breathing. You can just picture the extreme close-up of Maya's panic-stricken eyes in the dark. And then, a twisted, horrifying despair sets in. The phone screen suddenly lights up the darkness again, casting this harsh, pale glow over the kitchen. Incoming call. Unknown caller. With violently shaking hands, Maya swipes to answer. She brings the phone back up to her ear, and on the other end, a terrified voice, a voice that sounds exactly like her own, whispers, "Don't hang up, he's already inside." So think about it. If you woke up tonight to dead silence, and your phone lit up with an unknown caller at exactly 2:17 a.m., what would you